Most of us speak about how we can't settle for less. Because we think there is settling for better. My people, settling is settling. There's no two ways about it. There's nothing like settling for less. There's nothing like settling for better. Settling is settling. Huh? The concept of settling only exists when there's lack of self-awareness. Huh? When someone says they can't settle for less, or they'd rather settle for better, it's still a form of compromise based on comfort, fear, or even pressure. A self-aware individual doesn't settle because they're in constant dialogue with their evolving self. My friend, there's no room for settling. They are tuned into what aligns with their purpose. What challenges them to grow, and what honors their inner truth. So, for someone who's deeply self-aware, every experience, whether it feels like a step forward or a mistake, is part of a conscious journey towards expansion. Not a resignation to what is good enough. Self-awareness demands accountability and clarity. You begin to identify patterns, cycles, and limitations. And instead of settling into them, you start questioning them. You start asking yourself if that choice is helping you evolve. You start asking yourself, am I here because I'm afraid to leave, or because I truly want to be here? When you're aware, you no longer make decisions to avoid discomfort or chase temporary validations. Instead, you prioritize growth, even if it means choosing the harder path. Walking alone or even starting over. Settling becomes impossible, not because the circumstances are ideal, but because your inner compass no longer allows you to shrink. So the idea of settling for better is still settling. It's simply a more acceptable narrative we tell ourselves to stay in comfort zones. To stay in situations where we feel safe. But self-awareness will break that illusion. My people, begin that journey. It turns life into a constant evolution, where decisions are based not on fear or even convenience. Decisions are based on alignment, potential, and even transformation. You stop seeking the best situation and start becoming your best self. And that, my friend, that by design refuses to settle. That can't settle. My people, heal. Heal.